Good evening, everyone. Hello, Ketan. Hello, Kushal. Neha, Viraj, can you all hear me? Come on, hello. Yes, good. Good to know. Fine. So, how are everybody doing? How is the weekend going on? Are you into your weekend or you're still busy with your classes? Hope everybody, oh, with studies. Yeah, I get it. All right, so today we are working on, yes, punctuations are done and we are moving to the next part of our discussion. See, for your writing purpose, there are two aspects that you have to clear on. One are the punctuations that come under the boundary-based questions. Even though the prompt says standard convention questions, but you will be specifically learning all those punctuations, which you have already, checked all the semicolons, colons, and then how to link non-essential clauses, how to place a period, semicolons, and then dashes, double dashes, parentheses. All these were part of the punctuation. Maybe in the middle of the your punctuations between the sentences or at the end of the sentences, right? They started with what's a sentence, what's a fragment, what are independent clauses, and then you have dependent clauses, how to punctuate when you're using transitions. Wow, thanks, Neha. Good to know you're really doing great. Hello, Rishit. All right. So why only Rishit and Neha are super excited? Rest everybody are okay. Let's see. Huh? Huh, Ketan? You're not excited for the class? Kushal? Ratna? Where is the energy? No energy, no class. Chalo, I'm closing the session.
Yes.
Shanmukh? Huh? Charit, Puneet, where is the energy? Come on. So don't you wish your teacher? Is this how you run your classes? You go to your class? Don't wish your teacher? Yeah, ma'am. Huh? Okay, good to know. Hey, Grish. Hello, everyone. See, I'm wishing everyone. Prisha, I don't even know you, but still, you're all my students. Hello, Himavant, Adarsh, Sahasra, be proactive, everyone. Everybody needs to be active, and it starts right away by giving your energy with the warm welcome, because you're all in different spaces. If you, are busy chatting in the chat box, wishing, letting me know how is your energy and all that, you're bringing yourself to the class because you're not in your actual physical class, right? That's the reason why I keep wishing you. So you come, your focus is in the class. Okay, I gave you one trick. Rule one for all your SAT classes. Be in the class, be with me. Okay, travel with me, laugh with me, talk with me. Got it? Okay. So I got good responses. Was eight. Achha, okay. Thanks, Hanvir. Thank you, Hamvan. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you, Preetam, Girish, everyone. Okay. All right. Now that was a quick recap that I just gave you about what all we covered. So we are done with the punctuations. Any questions, any doubts, please ask after the session. I really want to help if you are proactive asking questions. Okay. Now, here comes the actual grammar part, which you've been doing it from very long time. You know what are verbs. You know what are pronouns. You know what are nouns and what are modifiers. Yes. Now let's do this SAT way. Okay, you're familiar with these terms. You're not new to these. However, let's do some all that knowledge you have regarding verb tenses. Then you have pronouns and its antecedents, noun forms like apostrophes and possessive nouns. So how do you put your knowledge, the skill that you have got all these years on the name in the topics related to grammar, you'll be putting all that into action in your SAT questions. So we'll do some questions also. So the first thing that we have to work is verbs. Why verbs? And by the way, when we are working with grammar, keep in mind the only thing that is going to be the core aspect is consistency. Okay, this word consistency keep repeating. I mean, it keeps repeating from my end because you have to equate all your verbs. If there's a in the same sentence, if you find there's a past tense, you have to look out for the past tense in the next connecting verb. Clear? again, it's all contextual. You can't simply make everything same verbs. Okay. But overall, it all boils down to one concept of with grammar is consistency. You have to keep looking out where is its subject and what is its relevant verb. If this particular passage has all past forms of the verbs, then it is undoubtedly your answer is going to be in the past verb form. Okay, so everything should be consistent, and that happens with your practice also. Okay, not just only with grammar, your practice also should be consistent. Like how consistently you're taking up these classes, likewise, you have to make sure that you practice. All right, so under this verbs or grammar aspect, the first thing that you'll be tested are verbs. Okay, under that, we have subject verb agreements, verb tenses, and there's something with the two infinitive verbs and ing phrases, which are usually your gerunds. And we spoke about it in the very beginning few classes. What are they? They are fragments, introductory phrases, and how they can be how they are used with commas and all that. But how are they as part of the verb agreements? Okay. Now, let's move on to understand more and do some quick SAT questions. All right. Okay, let me clear this off. And everybody in the chat box, okay, not on my slides. Don't do anything. Don't do your art giri on my slides. Okay. Now you all know what are verbs, right? Any, you know, I guess. Everyone knows what are verbs. Basically, the action words are your verbs. Am I right? Or do you have any contrasting or contradictory statements to make? Yes. So in this process, we should also learn some other aspects also with verbs. Okay. For example, you know what are main verbs? Basically, the action words are your main verbs. Simultaneously, there is something called not, they are not the main verbs. What, like what? Verbs with that start with to go, to play, eating. When your sentence starts with eating, it's not your verb, it's a gerund, it's a noun form. And they are basically incomplete sentences or dependent clauses, hence they cannot stand alone. So they are not your main clauses. The main clause is where it speaks about the action. And main clauses always stick next to your subject. Subject can be a noun or a pronoun. I repeat, subject can be a noun or a pronoun. The action doer, it can be Adarsh, it can be Sahasra, it can be he, she, got it? And very next to Adarsh, immediately Adarsh is, or Adarsh was, or Adarsh went, right? So all these are part of the sentence formation. Okay. So remember, a sentence must have a main verb to make sense. Otherwise, it becomes incomplete or it's not going to stand alone. So main helping verbs are, you are familiar with all these helping verbs: is, am, are, has, have, was, were, and will. Okay. Only based on this, you're being tested with the subject verb agreements and at least 2 questions. You heard me right? At least 2 questions you will be facing when you're working with subject verb questions. Okay. Now, agreement questions often speak there. What is agreement? It's nothing but your subject. If it is singular, it has to agree with singular verbs. If you have plural subjects, that means two, you will have two verbs, two action words. All right. So that's subject verb agreement. There is no other rule behind it. It's just subject verb agreement. Every time you're trying to edit something or you are trying to punctuate, watch out for the sentence formation. A complete sentence has to have subject verb. Otherwise, it's an incomplete sentence. Okay. All right. Now tell me what's wrong or what's right, whatever you feel. Tell me what. Can you see this short statement here? Sentence, a long sentence. Yes, somebody read out. Sahasra, read out. You around? Child? Okay. Someone please do volunteer. Kushal, come on, child, read out. Can you see? Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
wait, wait.
The feathers of the black-backed woodpecker.
Wait a minute. Something I messed up. I messed up. My bad. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Too clumsy today. Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead. Can you see on your screen?
Not yet, ma'am.
Not yet? How come? How come? How come?
Ma'am, now I can see, ma'am.
I know, I understand something I messed up. I messed up. Okay, now you. All right. How about now? Everyone, can you
Yeah,
see
ma'am.
on your screen?
I can see it.
All right, great. Go ahead, please read out.
The feathers of the black-backed woodpecker has evolved. Oh, 1 second, ma'am. Has
Evolved.
evolved to blend in with charred trees so that they are invisible to predators lurking in the forest.
Good. Thank you, dear. Now, tell me quickly, do you find the statement, I mean, the sentence, do you find any errors over there?
Punctuation errors.
Okay, let's not go with the punctuations. We are today working with agreements. There's no punctuation errors. Come on. Come on. Get that eagle-eyed. Give me your
It
eagle
has to
eye.
be have evolved because the number of the
Exactly.
feathers.
Good, dear. Who is this? Can you name? Who is
Neha.
this? Neha. Thank you, Neha. So as Neha says, I guess most of you now identified. Here's your subject. Your subject is plural. What did I tell you? A plural subject will always have get its plural verb. So has, we need a have. Clear? So you have to be little more cautious. Always watch out for the subject. If you have subject, okay, there will be multiple verbs coming up. But what is that verb that is connected? The verb here is, it evolved is also a verb, but this is our helping verb, right? So the feathers of black-backed woodpecker have evolved, not has, because feathers are plural, not singular. Clear? Let's do more of such sentences. Okay, a quick read up because you should also know these basic rules. A singular subject takes singular verb. You know, he walks because he is your singular. They walk. It's the S is no more when you're talking about plural verbs, plural subjects take plural verbs, right? And the S and ES to the verb for singular in present tense is she reads and they read. Here you have helping verb change with singulars or plural subjects. If it is singular subject, yes, it is. If it is plural, then it is are. Okay. Then we have compound some subjects joined by and are plural. Yes, if you have two subjects, for example, Jack and Jill are here. There is no such thing for plural subjects and verbs because we already are using. Then we have compound means two subjects. For two people, we use a plural verb. Subjects joined by or nor, they are still going to have plural verbs. Either the cat and the dogs are hungry. Both, even though you have one cat, and sometimes you can specify if you want to talk about the cat in specific. So dogs definitely are going to take either the dogs or the cat is hungry. Okay, so watch out what subject you are trying to connect, and then you get the right singulars or plural according to its subjects. Okay, next we have for everyone, this is tested by the way. Everyone, someone, each comes under singulars. Everyone, someone, each are singulars. Hence, you will be using is, okay, or has, not have or are. Okay, everyone is welcome. Each has a book. Now, plural nouns usually don't end in s in the verbs. You know about this. The boys play football. Football. Next, the nouns. Okay, nouns here. Remember, this is asked like committee. Committee is a compound noun. Okay, they are collective nouns like you, not compound, sorry, collective nouns like group of people together, like committee. And then you have team. This is tested. So be careful. Even though it is team, you never say team are. The team members are. If you are specific, then it is team members are. The team is. Okay, team is a collective noun. Clear? All right, moving on. Now I first find the subject, then you watch out. Okay, when you have a question like this, you're not reading anything from here. First, look out what exactly is, what type of rule you're testing on. You see has, you have is, es, you have, again, you have and ings, right? This is clearly talking about number testing. That means, is it singulars or plurals? So first find out the subject and you know what to use. What would be your option? First, identify the subject. What's its subject? For example, the works of California based. We're not talking about the painter and sculptor Alan Chin. We are talking about the works. So what do we need? Works is plural. Yes, everyone. Yes, correct. Have included. How many are going with have included? Yes. Is answer C? All your answers are C. Agreed? Okay. Good. Good, Sahasra. Very good. Good, Varshit. Savan, that's correct. C is your answer. Why? What is our subject? They're talking about the works of whom? Alan Chin. But the concept is not the action word relates to the subject works, right? So some of you have, wrongly chosen your answer. It is C. Basic, absolutely basic. Now here's one more. Try this out. What's the rule? The rule is testing your, see, the verbs are changing. So it's clearly testing your, what is it testing? Your singular verb, your subject agreement question. The rule with subject verb agreements. Find out its subject first. We have focuses. Don't get deviated with this, okay? One of her many focuses. We are not talking about focuses here. One of her means singular. So the answer is why Kushal have been? What is it testing? First of all, identify what is it testing. Is it testing your tenses? No. Look out. See the consistency. Are, was, were. Three of the options are testing your singulars and plurals. And this A is your tenses. Now we are not working with tense. We are working with subject verb agreements. One of her many focuses have been photography. Come on, Kushal. How can it be photography and have been? Huh? One of her many focuses was. We're talking about her focuses. What is her focuses? Like she has many aims and goals. And one of that was, yes. Are? How are? We're talking about, look at here, the consistency was. This is a past. This talks about, look at other verb forms also. Was, who wrote. See, exactly. This is what I just, mentioned in the very beginning of this topic. Consistency, my dear. This is a past form of the passage. I mean, past form. You see all the past verbs, was, wrote, what else? Wrote again. Yeah. Throughout her life. We are not talking anything related to present forms, right? It's not tenses that is being tested. All these three are related to singulars and plurals. I've identified my subject. The subject is exclusively talking about one, and that's singular. And this is some action that happened in the past was. Singular subjects take singular verbs. Am I clear? Ratna, why B? Why is it B? B is incorrect. No. One of her many focuses are photography. But look, if you look, don't just only read only, next to the blanks. Read the complete text. You will easily identify that there are verbs that are in the past form. But this is not testing your past tense. However, when you look at here, when you read, you're finding all past tense forms. Okay, was, wrote, And you have to have a consistent verb in the blank. You cannot have one verb in present form, another verb in past form. That's why I have clearly mentioned we need consistency in the verb, subject verb agreements. Okay. Is everybody clear on this? Any doubts? I believe no doubts. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Oh, let's see. No, good. Good to know. All right, so we have the next testing aspect in your test, which is verb tense. At least one question from subject verb agreement, another 2 questions from verb tenses. You will definitely see some of these questions, very frequent. So not very frequent, frequent. So tenses answers the when. So when you're reading the options, no, you'll find out they're asking when this happened. Has that happened, or is this, like I just mentioned you about the text, right? What did I tell you? The text was when you read the verbs, you understood that it's talking something about an action that's over. It's an extract from some old, maybe some information, old information. So when you identify that, you will get a feel that this is a passage that is asking when something happened. Is it about the present forms, like any action that is happening now? Is it about some past actions, or is it about something that's going to happen? So all the 3 tenses are tested. Now, quickly tell me, what do you know about present, past, future forms? Yes? What are present, past, and future forms? What do they tell you about? Huh? What is present tense? Very basic question. Come on, all smart kids in the room. What's present tense? Hello? How many types of tenses we have? 3. Good. What's present tense? 3 types. Within that, how many? Present simple present, present progressive, that is with the ing forms, present perfect, and you have present perfect. Yes. Present perfect progressive. Okay, good. What happens right now? Yes, Mitra, correct. So that's present, and past also same. Simple past, past progressive, that is with ings, was, doing, were, going, and then you have past perfect, and you have, okay, the 4th one is not tested. For future also we'll be working on with will and woulds. Okay, good. Why I find only Ketan, Ratna are answering, very active in the chats? Yes, of course, Girish also. Others, 26 of you, Tanushri, Cherit, Adarsh, Chandu. Chandu, why are you not active? Viraj, no energy today? Okay, fine. But I want everybody to be active because coming slides, you have all questions coming up. All right, identify the right tense form here. Viraj, be active. Charit, do you need hint all the time to be active? Come on. See, you can identify there's something called belongs and grow. 2 of your action words are already speaking about present forms, right? So consistently, what do we need as our option? Yes. Very good. Let me see who all answered. Of course, everybody who are answering, please do that. Good, Viraj. Where is Charit? Why is Charit not active? Tanushri, you love this name calling? Like the award goes to, kind of. Very good. So the option is D, and why is it D? Because as you see, you need consistency. Right from the beginning, I was being mentioning it repeatedly. So the tomato is consumed in many different ways, including raw as an ingredient in many dishes and sauces and in drinks. Botanically, a fruit, it is considered a vegetable for culinary purposes. It belongs to the nightshade family, and its plants typically grow from 3 to 10 feet high. Wow, that's about tomato. Good. Very good, everyone. Hello, Niyati. Good, good. Good to see. Why, Niyati, is it's B? Is it by mistake? Had been? Botanically, a fruit, it had been considered? Like in the long, long ago, so long ago times? It is, dear. Go through the video once again after the session is over, okay? So this is clearly talking about your present tense form, simple present, and this is talking about some information, and information is always given in the form of present forms, okay? That any scientific, any fact, especially facts and evidences, habitual actions, routines, universal truths. Yes, Neti, I get it. I thought so, the same. You are confused. Okay. All right, one more. Come on. Come on, everyone. Now, all those who haven't answered, let me check. Let me check. Tanushri, Monica. Ha, Adarsh, Chandu. What happened to you both? Puneet, you were active. Rohan, what happened to you? Samni, be active. Yes, Prisha. That's correct. Himivar, that's good. That's correct. Yes, Shanmukh. Yes, that's correct. D is your answer. Why is D your answer? Why? When I ask you the explanation, everybody is silent. Mute mode. I don't know. Not even seeing me. Okay. Why use those east of the Mississippi River? Use. Okay. Why? R. See, here we have R. The unique in west of. This is clearly talking about information, and it's a fact, right? And facts, universal truths, and habitual actions are always in the form of simple present. So use, we're talking about the river. This cannot be future forms, so immediately eliminate. Have used, we are not talking about any present perfects. We are not talking about were using. No, they're still using it, right? Those east of the Mississippi River use W, right? So it's a fact. Good, everyone. Good with the action now. So you want me to call you, huh? Sure. Okay. R is used. Yes. Good, Viraj. That's a good observation. You have to look out for those options also. Okay. Yeah. Anybody, what do you know about present perfect? When do we use present perfect? What's the purpose of present perfect? Or at least give me the sentence construction with present perfect. Yes, gentlemen and lovely ladies. Subject plus what? What do we have? Have plus, have or has plus? We three. Participles. Okay, that makes, oh, my three. I like this. Because my keyboard is not working with number 3. Okay, amazing. Good, Mitra. Wow. For just completed actions. Yes, Tanushri, that's correct. Very good. So any action that's just completed, like we just started the session. We just started the session. The session just started. Some action, if the action is over, then we use past forms. When the action is still ongoing and it started, that makes it present perfect. You get an example over here. I have been to the museum before. I have been to the museum before. We have been in the class for the past 45 minutes, right? You're still there. You started being here and you're still there. Correct? Hence, it's called present perfect. The sentence construction is you have a subject. Watch out. You have a subject. I'm going to annotate. Those who are not sure, that's fine. No worries. I is your subject. Have been is your present perfect form. And yes. So have is your present form and been is your V3 form. Okay. The participle be, being, been. Okay. Third form. And the same, this is with your present perfect. And when do we see such construction? When the action, the descriptive part is when you see the text talks about an action that has already been started and it is still going on. Clear? In that context, you often find this particular sentence structures. Okay, I wish your test questions were this easy. Yes, Neha. V3 is the participle form, Kushal. You know the third form? The first form is your main verb. The second form is your past form. The third form, that means an action that's already over for a long time, not just past, but a very, very long time. Let's say start, started, started. Third one, third form. Okay. Or bring, sorry, buy, bought, bought. The third form. You have an entire list. Please go through that list of V3 forms. I'll be posting in your in your Google Sheet, okay, for more clarity. Now, try this. This is your for your past form. Read the passage. You'll understand this clearly talks about how do you identify past forms? Dates. When the date is given, you will easily identify this talks about. This is a clear hint for you. It's a tip off for you. It's a clue for you that this is past form. No doubt about it. So it cannot end, has ended, will end, not at all. This is clearly D. How did I identify? Even without reading, I can identify because there's a date over here. Okay. Am I clear, everyone? Oh, for past, for present perfect also we have something. Okay, let me go back and tell you something. When you find, wait a minute. I messed up again. Today I'm having clumsy hands. Okay, for the present perfects, your hint is whenever you see such tag words like since, then you have over, during, or yeah, these are the most common tag words that you find. Since 1947, India got its independence since 1947. India has got its freedom or since 1947. Whenever you find since means some action has started and still it continues to be in that state. Clear? That's one hint that you have to remember with present perfect. All right. So you're all busy with giving me answers. Okay, good. I'm glad. Can you come up with your answer now, everyone? I guess it is. Undoubtedly, it's D because I have recognized this is this is a text of something describing about some information that happened long ago. Okay. Present perfect, come on. Clear hint we have. Yes, everyone. Yes. Wait, did I mess something? Wait. Just a minute. Just a minute. Children, just a minute. Okay, correct. This is have struggled. Is that your answer A? Is this your answer A? Why is it B, Girish? Why had struggled? What did I just mention about your what tag words can you watch out for present perfect? The answer is A. Why is it A? Look, the complexity of human speech is a problem that continues to puzzle computer scientists since 1950s. I mean, the action started long back. They dashed to create. That means they have struggled, means the problem is still ongoing. It started, it's still ongoing, and it continues. We don't know when it's going to stop. In that scenario, it is going to be present perfect. It is always going to be problem. Maybe 10 years later also, it might be, no, not 5 years or 10 years. We are not sure. Hence, it is have struggled. Okay. The present perfect form means an action that started it and you're still continue to face it. That is called present perfect. So your answer is have struggled. Now, let's understand something before this. Okay. Anybody, any idea what's present past perfect? Yes, I don't have screen here, blank screens. Okay. All right. Anybody, any idea what are past perfects? You know what, how is it constructed? We have a subject. Okay, let's say in the past, there are two actions that are finished. Okay. In the past, two actions that are over. Let's say somebody is telling his old story. Your grandmother is telling what all she experienced in her childhood. So she will not keep on using past tense. I mean, she will not keep on using simple past ed forms all the time. So there are actions that just happened a while ago and something before also. Let's say examples like, let's say two actions. There are two actions. Action one. Action one is like she had left the room. Action two is, so this is action that happened earlier. The action one happened earlier and action two, even two is not working. So action two happened later. And this is now. You are here and you're talking about two actions that happened. Okay. The action that happened just a while ago or maybe yesterday is going to be past tense or simple past. Simple. This is later. And before this, something else happened. She had left the room when I went there. So what happened? Even before you went there, she already left the room. She was not there. So two actions happened, but you cannot tell them in ed forms. Okay, even though there are two actions that are over, but you have to use the, and the sentence structure is had plus V3. Okay, clear? So this is a structure we use for past perfect. Past perfect, what does it indicate? Two actions. Okay, where there are two actions that are that happened long back. One that is just a while, maybe yesterday it happened. So that becomes past tense. Now before that past tense, something else happened. So you'll be using past perfect. Clear? Now, what's your answer for this? And how do you identify? You can see the bold font here, by the time. When you say, by the time I reached the room, she already left. By the time I reached there, she had left the room. That means even before your action, something else happened. So by the time clearly indicates you are going to, yes, find out past perfect. And how does it, what is the sentence structure? C is your answer. Clear, everyone? C is your answer because, as I mentioned, two actions that took place in the past. One, action one earlier, action two is later. In that scenario, you will use past perfect and this construction will definitely be tested. Okay, this past perfect. Would and will. When do we use would and will? Yes, would is a conditional. Hypothetically, if this happens, then that can happen. If you, I would have worked hard or I would have scored good numbers if I worked hard. So you're just telling a hypothetical situation, could, might situations. That brings to the would. Will is for the future verb. I will do it. I will call you. I will write the test. And how do you identify? Again, early years of 20th century. So you will, here we will be needing wood. Wood, why wood? Whenever there is date, make sure that it is, wood is a form of past. Okay. And when you find dates like this and you have to choose amongst will and would, it has to be would. Okay, not will. And this, the case is you need date. Okay, past dates. Something from the history. So your answer is, what's your answer? Everyone, what's your answer? Yes, Neha, Shanmugh, very good. The answer is B. So until now, you have understood about will and word, past forms, present forms, present perfect. These are the constructions that are tested under what? Which rule? For the verb tense rules. Okay. Now this is the last one, passive voice construction. What are passive voice? What are passive voice constructions? When do we say that the particular sentence is in passive voice or active voice? You can see your example on your slide, on your screen. As you can see, William Shakespeare wrote Hamlet. This is like directly telling me there is a subject and a verb. There is directness in this. Okay, who did what? You have a doer and the action. Okay, we have a doer and the action. But what do we have here? We have the action comes first and the doer goes to the end of the sentence. Okay. And whenever you see these constructions, you can easily identify them by they're very wordy, pretty long. See how long it went. Hamlet was written by William Shakespeare. This goes pretty straight. William Shakespeare wrote Hamlet. Newspapers usually have such kind of sentence constructions. Okay. Because they don't want to highlight the doer. They want to highlight the action and the object. Action, what action the government took and what is the outcome. They don't want to name who performed that particular policy or who have issued that policy and so on. Okay. So newspapers have 90% of your sentence construction or 50%, 50 to 60% of your sentence constructions are passive because they want to hide the doer. They want to highlight the action. Okay. Let's say there's something you messed up. So you bring all that happened first and who did comes at the end. You don't want to be bashed or being scolded by someone for your action, right? So this is one construction tested. Try this out with the same rule. Whichever option is sounding wordy, you know what to do with them. Yes, wordy constructions are passive voices. Again, check what is the subject, who is the subject. Basing on that, you have to check out your answers. In the response to the demand for long-lasting staple food during 1970s, blank. Yes. Manufacturers added preservatives to the previously simple dishes. During 1970s, manufacturers added preservatives to previously simple dishes. The addition of preservatives to manufacture. We need subject. Okay, good. So we need the subject. Preservatives were added by manufacturers. We are working on whenever there is by, okay, because who's hiding? The manufacturers are hiding within the sentence, right? Preservatives were added by manufacturers to dishes that previously were simple. See how lengthy it is? So that's how it becomes a passive voice. Very good, everyone. Good job in the chats. I hope you have learned at least 3 to 4 questions from the subject verb agreements, verb tenses, and identifying the errors and fixing the errors. Clear? So next session we'll be catching up on the pronouns, and then you have the nouns and modifiers. With that, we will be ending the grammar part. Yes, grammar aspects are not that tough, like, or not that lengthy like your punctuations. So yeah, we just got only 3 more topics to cover with the writing part. And then we'll move to rhetorical synthesis and transitions. And right from there, we will take a big leap. Hello, Puneet. We'll take a big leap towards reading. Am I clear?